Here's the frequency in use. Yeah, I didn't think so. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey. My name is Paul. I'm net control for Juliet, Simplex, RadioNet. At least I'm in control until there's a coup. Is is there any emergency or priority traffic? Yeah, I didn't think so. If there is emergency, call 911. If it's not an emergency, don't do it. Call your or somebody. But net's open up for emergencies at any time. We'll be like glad to help. That normally meets at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night here on 146 415. Been doing that now for a little over 8.5 years. Purpose of the net is to have fun, figure out who you can hear, who you can't hear, and how you can correct that so you can hear. Sometimes you're in an untenable situation that you can't hear more unless you put up a 200-foot tower, and most of us can't afford a 200-foot tower. Either the XYL or the homeowners association or the neighbors wouldn't like it. So sometimes you got to live with the shortcomings you got. We're glad to help you in any way that we can if you are having shortcomings, at least with your antenna. Announcements. The big announcement of the week is there is a breakfast Saturday morning in Lebanon at the Shoney's. Simplexton breakfast. Commandeer the Shoney's restaurant and kick everybody else out. We don't really go that far, but most of them want to leave once we get there. Tonight we're doing a net on, unless I don't know of any other announcement. I did notice that the HamQuest announcement went up on their website for, I think it's July 30th. Look for yourself, look under HamQuest 2022, and it comes up, it's the one that's in Lebanon at the fairgrounds. And they got some good pre-planning going there, so it ought to be a fun event. You'll also be getting reminders about that as time goes. You can save up your money to go buy some connectors and a couple other radios you really don't need. Anyway, and also we're doing the 2-meter net, and we're doing the 10-meter net, and following that we'll do a DMR net for those of you who have DMR on Simplex, and that's on 146 460. Visualize, nope, 10-meter net Sunday night. Don't ever forget the 10-meter net on Sunday nights. It's been going great with anywhere from 9 to 13. It's really a good net on Sunday night, 7:30 p.m., 28.415. Now, ably done by Michael KM4Y. Does anybody else have any other announcements or corrections? Answer, I will begin by saying that we are on net number 789. We'll be starting from the west, starting with people short on time, so please come in.
November 4, Tango Juliet Foxtrot.
For Tango Juliet Foxtrot, you're abusing this checking in short on time.
Yeah, I know. I'm adding it up, and I'm probably going to be a big trouble.
Oh my gosh, you'll get, like my dad used to say, 30 left.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that's going to be pretty rough.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, very good. Your signal's coming in a little. I can read you good, but it's got almost no signal, at least visibly. So everything else going okay?
Yes, sir, no problem. Sounds good tonight, Paul.
All right, very good. Appreciate it. Yep, running the full 50 watts on my old refurbished 897D radio, while the other one's going back to the factory for rehab. Going back to rehab. All right, good to have you in there, Rick. That's Rick Kilo November 4, Tango Juliet Foxtrot. He's in Ashland, the environs. Who else is short on time?
Yeah, I don't have DJ.
Hey, Mr.
Just trying to check in. How's it going?
Oh, you checked in just fine. Well, let me turn up the audio just a little bit. All right, that should be better. No, it's going great. First time I heard you on the net in a while.
Well, it's good to be back on in a while. Times are changing. Good for me.
Yeah, it is good for you. You get to work. You actually get to be like a human working a day shift.
Yep, learning new things, having fun. I wouldn't say not fun. I mean, there's a lot learning things. It's going to be interesting, though. I'm interested more in it than what I was doing before, building on in the past. So that's not a bad thing.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, no, it is good. Um, you know what they say, if you have a
Well, anyhow, just wanted to check in. Hey to the group and 73.
very good. That's Michael. He hasn't been with us a while because he worked the third shift for about 6 years. And I did talk to him occasionally mobile, but that was rare. He had a lot of, again, working third shift. For those of you who have done that, I would mess up a day schedule. Anyway, there was November 1, Mike, um, Delta Juliet, and he's well south of 40, but in Mount Juliet, east of the Providence. Hey, who else is short on time? Anybody short on money? Don't, don't all at once. All right. Well, do we have any first time check-ins? All righty. Go ahead and start checking in from the west. Please come now.
For EJT.
Hey, Don, what's up?
I finally got a job. I don't want to say where I'm working, but it's a major international NGO. Non-profit. So technically, I'm working for the New World Order in a way. I guess that's all I care about.
Hey, for what it's worth, we're all working for the New World Order. Are you kidding?
Yeah, I'm kind of working more directly for them than most, but about that. Yeah, some other people in my age are doing good work. So, you know, I'm apolitical for the most part, so it's not an issue. So, but it's gonna be a fun gig. Today is my first day, and it's all kind of done, and really looking forward to it. So yeah, I can actually forward start playing some radio here.
Well, now you got a new job, and I'm happy it's working out so far after one day. Hope it all works out well for you, Don.
Later.
All right, very good. That's Don, November 4, Delta Juliet Tango. He is in Bon Aqua. Now, so who else is west?
Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Kilo Delta. W114.
Hold on, we got Whiskey Yankee Ford Golf in there. Jeff, hang on one second. We got Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Kilo.
Oh, just hanging around the shack with a cup of coffee and a corn cob pipe. How you doing tonight, Paul?
Yeah, you and that. That's great.
Hey, I just wanted to give fair warning to any of the audience out there who might be planning on going Friday. Don't waste your time. I'm going fishing, and they never bite when I go.
Oh, you're supposed to say that women fear you. That's what you're supposed to say.
Well, it might be the other way around.
I got you. Where you? Well, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should tell them where you're going fishing and avoid that spot.
Well, right now it looks like Old Hickory Lake, so pretty much anywhere on Old Hickory Lake would be a dead zone.
Yeah, well, I can't tell you. I've done a lot of fishing I haven't done any recently, but as a kid and I've spent a lot of time fishing, and I've learned. Well, I knew this all along that I loved the outdoors as much as I enjoyed fishing. So if I didn't catch anything, it wasn't a loss.
Yep, I agree with that. It's fun to be out there. You can catch anything, but after 4 hours of not getting a bite, I'm done. I'm coming back to the shore and find something more productive. Vegetable anyway.
Yeah, well, you can just go. You can use that old schoolhouse argument. That says that's because the fish don't like me.
Yeah, that is a good argument.
Well, very good, Doug. Anything else going well before you go out fishing?
Well, pretty well. I've been absent for the last couple of weeks and had to do some more traveling up to Fort Wayne. Fortunately, it did not snow on me this last. Very grateful for that, but it was cold.
Yeah, well, all that stuff just builds character, doesn't it?
I don't know about character, but it certainly does build animosity toward their weather.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I spent 23, 24 years in the northern climate, and you just get used to it, but it's still a pain.
Well, the people up there think that 50 degrees is nice and warm, and I guess for them it is, but not to these old bones.
It was. I grew up there on the Canadian border in Niagara Falls, and one of the jokes, and it's true to a point. You knew it was spring in where I lived when you'd see somebody driving down the road in a convertible with the top down, and they'd be all bundled up in a heavy coat hat because it was still like 40 degrees.
That reminds me of the very first time I ever went to Florida, when St. Petersburg, to St. Pete Beach, and all the locals were out there in their beach lounge chairs wrapped up in blankets, and I was out there.
Yeah, that's how. And I lived in Florida for all those years, and that's how when you went to the beach, you could tell who the residents were, and you could tell who the visitors were because the visitors were in the water, and the residents were all sitting in the chairs.
Yep, feeding the seagulls, and I hope everybody's doing well.
Very good. That's Doug at Kilo Oscar 4 Mike Kilo Delta. He's in Greenbrier. Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf.
I'm ready to follow that. 4G.
You got any changes to your mic or anything better tonight on 10 meters?
Oh, we found out the clamps came today. Take it back yesterday. They came yesterday. So as soon as I get a chance to get out there, weather permitting and all, we'll try to get that 899 up. I do have that new mic hooked up, but I hope it does better.
Yeah, I do too. It wasn't that it was horrible. It just sounded tinny on 10 meters.
I don't know. In the hand mic now, I have a desk mic, so I'll find out.
Yeah, we will find out. Which radio are you?
Pantech Jupiter.
Ah, okay, very good. So it is a compatible desk mic.
Yes, 705, and, so that's the model number. Model is 706, 706, which I think fixed yet, but this is just, I don't think it's one. I think it's that much difference. This one has a battery in it, but only light on it, I guess. It's not a preamp.
Very good. Well, we'll look forward to hearing for what you sound like on 10 meters. That'll be great. F, he's in Madison. Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. Great signal. If you see on the meter, he was pegging my meter. Who else is west?
KC4 LV, Jack and Donaldson.
Oh, you got even you couldn't catch up to Jeff's signal.
I didn't know it was a contest.
No, it isn't. I mean, like I said, if I'm not looking at the meter, I would never pay any. It's not something I note usually. If I can hear somebody great, I just assume it's full scale. No, you sound great, Jeff.
Yeah, your replacement rig sounds really.
Yeah, this one had gone back to the factory a couple of years ago, and I never put it back on the air because I had bought that 991. So this reassemble, well, so to speak. It has that bolt-on LDG tuner that's the automatic, not automatic tuner, but it's you just push one button and it tunes every time you get on a frequency. But had to put that back on and remember how to hook it all back, and it seems to work great.
Yeah, it's working for you. Well, thanks for doing that, Paul. I'll get out of the way and let somebody else check in.
Friday, that was Jack Ian Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Who else is west?
AM4YRF, Mike and Bellshire.
All right, Mike. You ready for 10 meters tonight? You're going to be on the right antenna?
You would have to bring that up, but yes.
Well, I just thought before you start trying to transmit on the wrong one. That's all. I'm just trying to help you out.
I know, and I appreciate it more than you know.
Well, I can't see that I have. So, when they say when you point at somebody, you're pointing 3 fingers back at yourself.
I hear that, man. Is everything going good for you? And by the way, I got your.
You notice I gave you one for 3 different bands.
I did notice that.
I'm telling you, I probably quadrupled your QS.
Almost.
No, I just thought it would be fun to put it, all three of them in there. By the way, I should put those. I got a QRZ log.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I can add two more because I don't remember what I put down on those. Quite honestly, I put them down for one of the last nets, for 6 meters, 10 meters, and I didn't for 2 meter upper sideband. I don't think.
Okay, well that'd be good.
Yeah. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. It's just it's all fun. I mean, it's nice to keep track. I mean, it's fun to look at somebody else's. For instance, you see some of these guys in Europe on their QRZ log, of QSOs, and you go, wow, look at that. He's got, you can just see 20 or 30, in 3 days.
Yeah, I hadn't got that close yet.
Yeah, I was surprised. I think I told you that. Maybe I didn't tell you that end fed I put up that 225 footer. One of my first contacts was in Slovenia.
We have Slovenia, and I think that's great.
Yeah, no, it is, and I'm thrilled. And I was working on 17 meters up in Maine and Massachusetts, and of all places today, the Bronx.
Oh, really?
No, it's just good stuff. The guy in the Bronx, he was I could tell it was really a funny conversation because he did his accent. He was from New York City. There wasn't any doubt in my mind. He was just a New York City guy. And he asked me where I was from. It could be anywhere from New Jersey out to past, city. Could be in north of New York City. Could be Staten Island. Could be anything. And so he goes, yeah, I'm from downstate New York. And I've really say that term. I'm downstate, which also is a meaningless phrase. It just means it's somewhere in the New York City. Come up with that. He was from the Bronx. So I think he was afraid to say he was from the Bronx.
Yeah, I've never heard anyone say downstate New York.
For what it's worth, there is a medical center in New York City, which isn't any small little thing. It's called Downstate Medical Center. Well, it's dumb to me because it presumes that, well, it just doesn't make any sense. Eastern Long Island, east state, because it's so far east, it goes out for 120 miles. But no, I mean, it's a funny term because it's north of New York City. And of course, I lived in Florida for 37 years. Nobody called the Panhandle upstate if they lived in Miami. Nobody.
I hear that. Long Island, that's the ritzy part, isn't
it? Parts of it are. If you go way out east, I can't even talk about the towns because I don't have permission. I don't have enough money.
I hear you, man. I guess I have nothing else, and I don't want to hold you up. So thanks for what you do, Paul.
All right, very good. That was Michael in Belshire. Kilo Mike 4 Foxtrot. And don't forget, he does the 10-meter net on Sunday nights at 7:30 p.m. He pays me to say that, by the way. In fact, that prize is away. He gives me a prize every week. Yep. Sends me a QSO card. Who else is West?
PAW, David and Madison.
Hey, David, did you get your car rig all fixed up?
I just turned the radio on. Good time. I went for my car. I kind of know what to do with the car. Van. We had several HF radios installed, and they weren't installed properly. I think they're not grounded. They're getting electrical noise, and I'm not sure what all else, but they got problems.
Ah, yeah. So there's several radios in the same van. Is that?
No, one radio and several vans.
Oh, wow. Something was going on there. Well, I know that sometimes you want to go right to the battery, with the power, straight to the battery. Don't make any shortcuts going through, you go straight to the battery is the one problem. And of course, you got to make sure that the radio is properly grounded. Kind of basic stuff, usually.
Yeah, I wasn't heading up the install effort. The radio person at the time at the shop we used, I have a feeling was just used to doing VHF stuff and didn't have a clue HF. So I've gotten a little information about getting everything bonded and grounded and all that kind of stuff. I think the coax needs to be replaced. I think it might be bad. Just a whole host of things. The radio setup, I mean, the antenna setup itself messed up, not done right. So we're trying to recover from that debacle.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it.
I think we have here in Tennessee 5 with HF capability. They all have VHF, but not all of them have HF.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, very good. Well, I hope that works out well. I mean, if you figure it out, if you have any problems, don't hesitate to ask questions here about people who've done those installations before.
And definitely, the big thing is being able to get the band up in the air. I'd like to find somebody that'll get it up in the air that will let me under it and not be worried about their insurance. They all say, "Well, our insurance," but I got a plan.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the same thing that they said in there where they shot that the film director there at that.
Yeah, it could be.
No, about the insurance thing, man. Insurance isn't worth well, let's put it this way. I can't imagine why. Never mind. I'm not going to talk about it, but it's not that big a risk if you have a proper lift and a proper location.
Yeah, I think they just want to keep, people from strolling out there and getting in the way, get hurt, falling on, slipping on some oil, or, they have a pit, falling in the pit. People aren't really safe.
True. Very true. I've seen it plenty of times myself. Well, very good. Anything else for the net, David? You sound good tonight.
Well, I almost missed it. I was on a Zoom call for CAP, so I almost missed. I need to start turning the radio on the door in the evening. That way, I won't forget.
Just leave it on all day. Anyway, you're almost 40 over here.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it is good. Anyway, that was David. He's in Madison, November 5, Tango Alpha Whiskey. Who else is Wes?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Oh, Greg, you are really loud tonight.
Everything's hooked well, fresh batteries.
Yeah. Obviously, you got home tonight.
Yeah, just walked in the door. I hesitated checking in mobile, but it didn't quite as good as I wanted it to be. But anyway, I had a Slovenia contact a week or two ago on 20 meters, so probably.
Oh, I would be surprised. He had a killer signal out of Slovenia.
Yeah, it was. He was flat 9.
Yeah, it was just amazing. Some of those operators in Europe really have nice stations.
And they wouldn't run any extra power.
I swear, watts.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, it's like how can they all have such great signals all the time?
Yeah, there's something to that.
They're all XCBers. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, very good. Anything else for the net there, Dave? Greg?
We're having to put my backpack down. I'll catch you on the next net. KD4CD.
Very good. That's Greg in Antioch. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Who else?
Kilo 4 Golf here, Alpha Mike in Clarksville.
Hey, very good. Hi, Mike. You sound good tonight. It's not real great.
Yeah, you're at 4. Kind of usual, but kind of scratchy. Something in the background.
Well, if I had a beam pointed at you, with your beam pointed at me, we'd do much better.
Well, when they say 6 to the tango, I guess.
Yeah, no, we're stuck with whatever conditions we have, but it's nice that the conditions are good enough to.
Yeah, very good. Nothing new.
Yeah, it's funny. Your signal on the meter. I don't know if you're looking tonight, but the signal on it moves about a pin wide when you're transmitting, but I can still hear you. And there's some hash in here, but I can hear you just fine.
I'm getting the same thing tonight. It's just one of those things from our distance, 40 whatever, 6 miles or whatever it is. Just happy to be in there tonight.
Oh yeah, no, I'm glad you made it. That's terrific. Anyway, that's Mike, Kilo 4 Golf Sierra Alpha. He is, I think it's northeast of Clarksville, isn't it? Just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, just a hair. I think if I look across the field, city limits, maybe an eighth of a mile away or something. But I think, but I'm out officially outside in the county, Montgomery County.
Yeah, very good. Kilo 4 Golf Sierra Alpha, Clarksville, with an indoor quad antenna pointed in our direction. I think you say, is that I'm going to ask you again.
It's actually five. It was three, and I was happy with. I had to keep thinking with it, right? If it's not fixed, don't break it. If it's not fixed, don't break it. So I had two more to it. What is it? Three directors, driven, and reflective.
Yeah, no, those are working great. Great. It's I had good. I think I told you I had a good experience, but I don't get on the often enough to even mess with it. But I had an 8-element quad, 70 centimeters. They work great. I mean, but it's hard to find anybody working 70 centimeters.
Yeah, roger that. I thought too about building one for it, and then I don't know what the point was. I was no one would hear me. I guess.
Yeah, very good. Anyway, that's Mike, Kilo 4 Golf Sierra Alpha in near Clarksville. Who else is west? Going to the south.
Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee.
Mr. Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee. How you doing tonight?
Hey, Paul, how's it going?
Well, it's going good so far. It's been a beautiful day. I mean, we're running into some great weather before it heats up.
Yeah, I tried to test out the antenna. It's been down on the ground next to the fence for about 3 months. Had to patch it up with a couple of welding rods, so I guess I'm getting out.
No, you're getting out great.
I heard Mike up there near Clarksville, wherever he's at. I heard him come in just as he said something about it was actually a 5 element antenna.
Yeah, he's got a 5-element quad beam in the attic of a 2-story house.
But yeah, that's when I heard him when he came back to you. And he said actually a 5 element antenna. So apparently I got the ground plane patched up okay.
Yeah, no, you're doing a full S9 here on what you got going, and it sounds good. Your audio is very good.
All righty. Well, I wanted to check in and make sure I'm working again. Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee, Mike and Laverne.
Yeah, very good. That is, like he said, Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee. He's in Laverne. Who else is south?
KF4 KFQ.
Hey, excuse me. Hey, Tony. What's up?
The sky, the clouds, the sun, the moon.
Yeah, and I was watching Bill Maher. He usually looks like he's high.
Yeah, well, high and low places.
Everything going okay today besides the trash mountain?
Yeah, I guess the lovely city of Smyrna is having an Earth Day cleanup of the city on Friday. So I wrote back to the city manager was talking about it, and I said, well, it's about time you guys join the fight.
Yeah, join the fun and do it every day.
Nah, I'm not quite that litigious about it. I not twice a week though.
Well, what I'm saying about well, I think we talked about this, but I don't think Smyrna is really any different than any other town in terms of people, because you think up and down Mount Juliet Road, the amount of junk that's on the side of the road, because I used to ride it on my bike, it's awful. But in the city limits of Mount Juliet, they run their street cleaner, I don't know, maybe once a week. And I'm telling you, the roadsides in Mount Juliet are clean as a whistle most of the time within the city limits of Mount Juliet Road.
Well, unfortunately, the roads and the way they're set up here in beautiful Smyrna, Saki, street cleaner wouldn't do you any good because the trash, for the most part, is not in the streets. It's off in the sides of the road, which don't lend themselves to a mechanical street cleaner.
Oh no, I understand. I was just saying that when you segregate, when you go out to the county, Wilson County, south of Mount Juliet, all of a sudden there'll be stuff on the sides of the road. In the city, there is nothing on the sides of the road. I mean, yeah, there's going to be occasional trash. Don't get me wrong, but it just, like you said, it amazes me that people can be so cavalier about throwing trash out their window.
Oh, what amazes me is I can go out most any day and pick up 3 or 4 bags, and as you well know, I documented 3 or 4 bags of serious trash.
Yeah, no, I know, and that's just on a little short runway, run of roadway. There's not very. I mean, you don't do the whole thing.
Yeah, well, it's about a mile, maybe a little more.
Yeah, I know. It's just like I said, it's that one's an attractive nuisance for trash droppers.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I had one lady wrote back to me and says, "What would that road look like if you weren't out there picking it up?"
It would start to look like Trash Mountain, I'm afraid.
Yeah. All right. Enough of that. People are tired of listening to trash. KF4, KF2.
All right, very good. No, Tony's very public servant minded, and he's been out picking up trash periodically along this roadway in his community, which is everyone ought to be doing it, at least in where they live. I know I often do it when I've been out on the road. With walking the dogs, I'll pick up trash and bottles and cans and throw them. I usually throw them in somebody else's trash can walking down the street. Anyway, that's Tony, KF4, KFQ. He's in Smyrna. Who else is Sal? Anybody else, Sal?
Forward Golf, November Victor.
One more time on the call. I accidentally doubled with you.
Kilo Foxtrot 4 Golf, November Victor. The name is Ron, Romeo Oscar November, also located in Smyrna.
Ah, very good, Ron. I don't think, if we talked before, if I have, my mind erased it.
It's been quite a while.
Okay, no big deal. Well, that means I'm not as guilty as I think I am.
Doesn't matter how guilty you think you are. It's the jury of the judge there. Over.
That's right, it is. How you doing? Where are you located? Near Tony and Smyrna, or is it just somewhere out there farther away?
I really don't know where Tony's located. I'm over off of Old Nashville, Hazelwood area.
Yeah, I think that's a little ways. Tony, you know where that is? Tony might have dropped out. Yeah, he is right off of east of 24 in a development, and I forgot the name of the development. It's a newer development there on the northeast side of 24. Anyway, what kind of antenna do you use down there, Ron?
I'm on a Yaesu FT8800, and the antenna is a homebrew J-pole in the attic.
Well, that J-pole's doing a darn good job.
Yeah, I kicked it up on high power just to see where all I could reach out there tonight. That's the whole purpose of the Simplex stuff, is to see how far you can make it. So, but I'm receiving pretty good. I know that.
Very good. The only problem I've seen with people in your area is going to the southeast can sometimes be tough to hear stations from down in Murfreesboro area. But then it depends.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know. I don't seem to have too much trouble. But yeah, so J-pole, this is the second house it's been in. I don't even remember how many years this thing's been in service. Probably 20 years or so.
Well, it's not like they wear out, is it?
I certainly had more than that. All right, man. I'll let you get back to your rat killing, and been listening in on and off for a while. And old Tim told me y'all had a net going on, so I thought I'd jump on in here and check in. So 7-3 KF4GND. Yeah,
very good. Yeah, you're actually a little ways. If QRZ's got your map properly, you're over by 41, I take it.
No, I'm right off Old Nashville Highway. I'm between Old Nashville Highway and the Amable Road exit over there at 24.
Okay, I think they got you misplaced here. I might want to look on. Not that it matters. It's not no big deal. That's just I noticed it. That spotting you over there closer to 41 and it says, well, it's closer to 41 on the northeast side of Old Nashville Highway.
Huh. I don't know. I'll have to check that out. All right, man. Thank you, KF4GMB.
Very good, Ron. That's Ron. He's also in Smyrna. Kilo Foxtrot Ford Golf. November Victor with that dreaded J pole in the attic, but is doing a great job. I'm not sure who all can hear him from, for instance, from the Northwest, which is sometimes tough from the areas north of Nashville to hear stations south. Anyway, who else is south? Please come in.
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor.
You were hearing that J pole pretty good, Larry?
Oh, man. I had him S4 here. Audio was great.
Oh, yeah, he did have a great audio. You're doing good, too. Anything else?
Oh, man. I'm done. Get on with KE4 SYB.
Very good. That's Larry in Rockville. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Who else south? East, please come now.
WA4 ZHI.
Hey, Mr. Jim, Mr. James, I should say. How are you doing tonight?
Doing great. Nice day today.
Oh, yeah, very pretty. Do you do anything outside?
I worked on my car a little bit and around the house.
Yeah, is the same car you've been working on?
It starts every time now.
Oh, that was the problem. That's why you were working on it?
I just making sure it still does.
Oh, very good. And family's doing okay?
Yeah, they're doing great. Thanks.
Yeah, very good. Glad to hear it. Anything else for the net tonight?
No, don't know anything.
All right, very good. That was James. Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel India here in Mount Juliet, only about 2 miles from me, maybe. Who else is east? Anybody else east?
M4JAV.
Hey, what's up, Mr. N4JAV?
Nothing. Well, I can't hear anybody tonight. I don't know what's going on.
And we got the Berlin Wall there just south of Lebanon.
Must have. I'm not hearing anybody. And you're down from what you're usually 60 over on me, and you're down around 40 over now.
Huh. I wouldn't have any idea why. It wouldn't make any sense to me because I'm running a full 50 watts and I haven't changed anything on the antenna. And it is interesting. Maybe the front's moving in and making things bad for us.
Could be. I might have to look see if my antenna's still in the air too.
Yeah, that's true. I had that happen that one time. What did I do? I was working on the antenna. It was laying on the ground, the whole pole and the antenna was laying on the ground. I came in the shack and I could still hear people.
Oh, goodness. Well, I'll let you carry on. I'll catch you on the next one. M4JAV.
Yeah, very good. That is Jerry. He's in Lebanon, November 4, Juliet Alpha Victor. You do have a good signal, by the way. Sounds great. Who else is east?
KG4 CXE, Kristen, Mount Juliet.
Hello, Mr. Chris. You doing anything good?
Not too much good, but not too much bad, I guess. How are you?
Well, I guess you can make a case that if you're not messing anything up, it's a good day.
Then it's a pretty good day.
Yeah, it's well, like I said, in the world of work, and I did work for a living at one time. Is that I always felt better if I got something accomplished. I always felt better that something got done and something got done well, but not all days went like that.
Yeah, I'm that way too. And today wasn't the best, but it surely wasn't the worst, so I'll take it.
Yeah, well, I know in what I did for a living in service, it was sometimes it's that old adage, but you can't make everybody happy all the time. It's true, and so you just work through all the problems and listen to the complaints and try to be nice. I think in 30 years of service, I only hung up on 2 people.
Yeah, it's hard to disconnect from it, but at the same time, it's best to be able to. But yeah, don't hang up on them. That's not good.
Well, it was that I have to tell you the stories, but they're just funny. No, I always had to in service because we did the service. It was you almost always had to eat crow. That was your job. Okay, yes, you're right, absolutely right. Yeah, things could have went better. Sorry.
Come in.
Yeah, go ahead, Michael.
You said in the 30 years you only hung up on 2 people. I just wonder if they were asking for money.
No, these people were No. You'd have to hear the stories. They're just funny. The ones that just you couldn't. They were just you had I couldn't waste any more time with them. It's all they did was, they were just complaining, and I don't remember the deal, and I'd have to tell you, but it's just funny how it's rare out of the thousands of interactions. There's only been a couple.
All right, I just thought that was funny.
Anyway, Chris, everything else going well for you?
Yeah, doing good over here.
Very good. That's Chris. He's in the Gladeville, Mount Juliet area. Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo. Who else is east? Hello, Earl. How are you doing?
Pretty good right now. Kind of sleep and slide earlier, but anyway, a little quiet porch time, listening to the birds singing and watching the waspers do their thing. I guess it's so far so good thing.
No matter how many wasps I've killed, they keep coming back.
Yeah, I know. It's like that weed eater. No matter how many times you swing it, it seems like next week you got to do it all over again.
And the worst of it is those wasps. Well, the weeds don't come back and attack me. Wasps do.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of like they need to put a longer straw on that WD-40 or whatever to or increase the pressure in the cans.
Yeah, I found when I was redoing I repainted I have an outbuilding, a fairly large outbuilding that I keep my my lawn tractor and all the implements, and it's got a little front porch on it. And I took off, in order to paint, I had to redid the metal fake, the fake shutters that were on the windows of the shack. And I didn't realize it for all the 10 years I've lived here, that wasps are having a great time building nests behind those shutters.
Oh yeah, they're right there where you least expect them. I've got quite a daggone household of wasp nest. As they say, last year's and years after that, and wasp nest in my shed by where I get on my lawn tractor at. It's kind of like I'll get in there someday and knock them down, but I try not to disturb them while I'm getting in and out of there. So far so good.
Very good. Anything else for the net there, Mr. Earl?
No, just hope everyone's having a good good day and a good week there. It's just those there black ones you really need to look out for. KE4D.
Yeah, those the ones I laugh at are those what do they call those bees? The ones that bore holes, the carpenter bees, the driller bees. What do they call them?
Carpenter bees. Carpenter bees. You got it right.
Yeah, those carpenter bees are funny. They look like they're going to attack you, and all you got to do is threaten them. All you got to do is give them a head fake, and they take off.
Yeah. I've got a little bit of buzz by one of them there bumblebees last year. They bored in the ground. I ran over them with the mower. And, well, it was kind of like a different scenario. But anyway, the queen of those nests, they outlive the winter and hibernate in the hole. So just in case you need to know, they look like the carpenter bees, but they're about half the size. KE4D.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, those carpenter bees, they crack me up because they look like they're bad guys, but they're wimps. Anyway, that's Earl. Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu, and he is in Noreen, just east of Cedars of Lebanon Park. Who else is east?
W4BX, Eddie and Gladeville.
Hey, Eddie, so you did make it. You doing okay?
Yeah, got all the groceries unloaded and fed the cat. He's outside the cage and everything's going good.
Yeah, it's funny. I can almost guess every time I have a little list. It can only be 6 or 7 things, and I go, that's going to be about $95 for 5 things.
Yeah, right now he's only eating fancy feast, cat food, and it's like the 3-ounce cans are about $1 a piece, so it's like $3 a day.
Really? Well, we buy the good dog food with the dogs, and it only, when you take the big dry dog food bags of even the good stuff between the 5 dogs, I only spend about $1.50 a day on food, so it's not too shabby.
That's real good. This cat probably, I don't know how much we spend on him. He does like the boar's head sliced turkey. He will eat that and hamburger meat, but I don't know. I think they're just spoiled.
Well, oddly enough, we got one of those rescue cats from a cat shelter there in Nashville, the cat we have. And it's funny. My wife bought her those little princess cans or whatever that crap is for $1 a piece or whatever they cost. She doesn't like them. She'd rather eat the dry food.
Yeah, our cat used to love dry food so much that he gained 9 to 10 pounds in about a year or two. So we had to completely take him off that.
Well, you just feed him less. That's the deal. What does he complain a lot?
I guess because he was a feral cat, he wants to eat all the time.
Well, all cats do that. They eat when they feel like it. They go. Anyway, anything else for the net, Mr. Eddie?
That's all. Thanks for doing the net. Hope everybody's doing okay, and carry on. W4 bit.
Very good. That's Eddie in Gladeville. Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-ray. Who else is east?
I'm going to try this one more time. KI4SIB, KI4SOR. Good evening, Paul.
Hey, one more time. I didn't catch you. Must have doubled with somebody.
I've doubled with Eddie, and I know he's stronger on you than I am.
Yeah, but we're talking about a signal, are we?
Yeah, that too.
Everything going okay for you on your weekend start?
Oh, I'm happy. Yeah, today was my Friday, and I couldn't be happier about it. They are introducing something. I'll tell you about it Saturday when we get to breakfast. It's a device that's supposed to, quote unquote, help us deliver the commercial side of the store. But it's going to be a joke and a mess until I get some things squared away. We've been sitting there all week shooting holes in it because it's just not a complete deal. But that's another chapter in the book.
It's not a hood-mounted slingshot, is it? A big one?
No, that would make more sense than what I think of what they've done. It's a handheld device whereby we receive a delivery on that device, and we take the part to the place it's going to. We get a signature. We're becoming FedEx. We get a signature on the screen and take a photograph of the part we delivered, and something in the background of the photograph that shows where we delivered it to, and then we log back into the store and we do it all over again. But it's some other things to do with that. That sounds simple, and it is simple, but it's only half of what really needs to be going on with that little machine.
Huh. So you're doing what Amazon's been doing.
That's, I think, what your goal is, for us to become some kind of an Amazon operation.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying though, is that because Amazon will take a picture, and I think it's Amazon who does that. Yeah, Amazon. They take a picture on your front porch before it gets stolen by the next guy driving down the street.
Exactly.
Very good. Anything else for the net? Everything going well?
Everything's under control. I'll see y'all Saturday, and take care. And 7:30, everybody on the net. Thank you for what you do. Catch you later, KI4S. I'll be back.
Yeah, very good. That's Richard and Stephanie, KI4SOB. That's it. KI4SOB. KI4SIB and KI4SOR. Didn't mean to mess that up, but I did. Who else is north?
Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November, Danny.
Hello, Danny. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine. Just sitting here waiting for my turn.
Oh, yeah. Well, everybody gets a turn. Everything going all right with you?
Oh, yeah. We got a new power supply. Just waiting to hook it up.
Yeah, well, having a In fact, I'm going to change the way my power supply is. I did the quick and fast way because I have 3, maybe 4 radios hooked up to the power supply. But it was easier to take those leads and all wire nut them all together on a pigtail I took off of the power supply. But it looks like hell, and I didn't like it. So I got another assembly I'm going to put together, and so that all of the leads will plug into one, where what do you call it? Can't even think of the right terms. It's a multi-connection for both the hot lead and the ground and the neutral lead, and terminal strips. Like it's a terminal strip large enough to carry that load, and that'll look a lot pretty.
Yeah, I was thinking about something like it too, like one of those rig runners or something.
Well, when I show you the picture, I think I'll send out a picture and see if anybody likes it, because there's something in my own simple design. It's nothing really special. It's just I find it's going to be a lot easier. I think also, just making and breaking the connections, because if everything's tied together with you know a connector on the back of the power supply, it just gets, you're stacking up all these connections on those 2 lugs, and I find that to be not a good idea when you have more than a couple of radios.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense.
Anyway, anything else for the net, Danny?
No, you have a good night. Thank you for being there.
I hadn't looked at your picture, the picture of your shack on the QRZ. It looks really nice.
Well, thank you. It's ever changing. I got more plans, but yep.
Well, what I would say is I have had, I think in the past, I don't remember, a picture of my shack, but if I took a picture of my shack, I'd clean it all up and it would look just clean as a whistle like yours. And then within about 36 hours, it would look like the mess it is today.
That's the way it is right now.
Because it becomes my workspace for everything: paperwork space, office space, food space, you name it, I got. Anyway, Danny, it's good to hear from you. That's Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November, and he is in Gallatin. Who else is north?
Whiskey 8, Papa Lima Alpha. This is Philip in Lebanon.
All right, Philip. Whiskey 8, Papa Lima Alpha. I was writing it down because my pen wouldn't write there. How you doing, Philip?
Oh, doing pretty good. I was just hearing your YouTube chat, and I said I probably should have got in there before Richard did.
Oh, that's all right. We don't make any bones about who and when who people check in.
Well, I hope you're doing good today, and hope everybody out there is doing good. I mowed my lawn today and was listening to Earl talk about his washbirds and the bees and whatnot. And we've got these little killdeer birds that like to lay their eggs on the edge of our driveway. And I swear those little birds are the meanest birds ever. They'll lay over on one side, and their eyes turn red. They'll do everything they can to keep you away from those eggs. And sure enough, there was 4 little eggs laying there on the side of my driveway as I was crossing it today, and I had to make sure that I didn't run them over.
Well, they may be good fakers, but they're lousy egg placement locators. What the hell's wrong with them putting them right there on the lawn?
I have no idea, but the same birds do the same thing year after year. They like the edge of my driveway for some reason.
Isn't that funny? Yeah, I didn't even notice it. I did notice, I have one of those, a fairly large light in the back that's, motion activated for the right behind the back door. Overlooks the patio and the yard. It's got a real nice light. You can see almost the entire yard. It's really pretty nice. And I noticed that a bird had drug up a couple of things, just was laying up on top. I said, somebody's trying to build a nest. Well, by the time I looked again, just maybe 4 days later, here's a full-size nest sitting on top of that light assembly and 3 eggs in there from a robin.
Yeah, well, these birds here, they don't build a nest. It seems like they just lay them right there in the rocks. And I guess that the eggs hatch fairly quick, or else they wouldn't be there. Another predator would probably pick them up and get them.
Yeah, that's amazing, though, really. So, the nature of animals is quite really unique when you think about it. Because I had in some thatch along the side of my yard, I had a rabbit built a hutch, and I couldn't even tell it was a hutch. I was weed whacking. All of a sudden, I realized I saw these little tiny rabbits, these infant rabbits that might have been just a few days old.
Yeah, I copy that. But I tell you what, you talk about weed whacking, that gets really interested when we have the locusts that come out. And I swear, one year I got out there and those locusts started trying to attack me with a weed eater, and I just started swinging the weed eater around in the air, and I had little bitty eyeballs all over me by the time it's all said and done.
Yeah, that's the. Well, you can tear up a lot of stuff with a weed whacker, though, including my legs.
Yeah, copy that. Well, Paul, thanks for doing that. And like I said, I hope everybody's doing good. And I will see you Saturday morning. Got some more people to the north that's wanting to check in, and I'm going to get up here and call it 73 WHCLA back to back control.
Very good. That's Philip, Whiskey 8, Papa Lima Alpha in Lebanon. Yeah, by the way, that's a good advice for anybody. Don't wear either sandals or flip flops when you're weed whacking around gravel. Okay, just a word to the one. Or shorts, because man, rocks against your shins do not feel. I got pock marks on my legs from rocks, and because I wear shorts. Anyway, who else is north or east or anywhere?
KB90KK.
Oh, Frank.
Hey there, Paul. Thanks for filling that.
Oh yeah. Well, you know me. This is number whatever it is, 789. Man, we were cooking.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, just nothing going on here to report. Just looking forward to the weekend. Got some work to do. Next weekend I'll be out of town, so yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Well, you're keeping busy. That's a good thing.
Yeah, just had family over for Easter. Um, and then we got. I've been working on stuff. Got working on the house, on the cars. You know, but outside, I like being outside. I thought it was going to rain. I don't know. Maybe it is. I didn't look out the window, but I think we may have some storms tomorrow. But I don't think we're expecting anything really bad.
I don't know. When I saw look outside late this afternoon, the clouds looked pretty ominous, but nothing happened.
Yeah, I was outside on the porch. Somebody called me and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm sitting out here enjoying the air before it starts raining," and then it never did. So, but I know we're supposed to get some tomorrow. But hey, I'll take the. Yeah, I just hope the weather makes up its mind because like a couple of days ago, it was what I call stupid cold for this time of year.
It was funny how cool it got down into I don't know, what was it around? The high 30s or 40-ish.
Yeah, it was in the 30s, which is crazy. But I guess it's possible. There's as far as it's just you get used to it. Like it's not cold if it's winter time. You're fine. It's like a nice day. But when you have 80 degrees and then it goes right back down to the 30, it's nutty.
Yeah, it does. You're right. It is funny that's that way. I know that. Well, it happens. It happens more frequently than you remember, really, because in the fall and in the spring we get these wild swings in temperatures, and again, it comes like now in the spring, it brings on those stinking bad weather tornadoes.
Yeah, well, yeah, the tornadoes are awful, especially around here because they don't usually happen at nighttime. But yeah, there's names for them. If you read the almanacs and stuff, there's all kinds of winter and this winter and that winter. That it's like just a tradition of calling these little spells. They're kind of expected, and I guess back in the day, that's how farmers used to plant. Like you wait until they had names for them. I don't know the names, but I just remember reading about that.
Yeah, I was just watching a video. It was a longer video than I expected it to be, but it was talking about this little town in Iowa and it talked about one particular farmer, growing corn, and what the problems of growing corn and when you plant it and how you plant it and how you irrigate it or don't irrigate it and how you keep water out of the crop, out of the croplands. It was a fascinating thing because it talked about how if things don't hit right on when you plant, or if it rains at a time you wanted to plant, just putting it off for a period of few days or a week can change you'll just break even that year on your whole crop.
Wow, I can't imagine that. I mean, I know most of them are like probably a lot of them are industrialized now, but yeah, whenever I drive through like Iowa or big farm things, I think about it. I go, if these people wouldn't do this, we don't have nothing to eat.
Oh no, it's a it's a regular, I mean they even mentioned, and I've heard that talked about before. I've had some experience on farms, but not the stuff they have here. The big business farm, huge farms. They talk about when they have harvesters. Those harvesters are used for 1 week out of the whole year. That's it. They're gone. That's the end of the, here you got this huge harvester equipment, and it's all just one time a year. And they cost 6 figures for some of that stuff.
Oh yeah, it costs more than at least back. It would cost more than the house when I was growing up. I know that, and they would have all these crazy loans on them, and yeah, I mean it's crazy, but we need the farmers. We need everybody, but you got to have the food there because if you have money and no food, the money won't do anything for you.
Yeah, I'm with you. Hold on one second. Yeah, anyway, Frank, good to have you in there. Anything else for the net?
Negative. Just thanks for doing that, and hi everybody. It's 7-3. KB Net Arctic.
Yeah, my speakers are making a buzzing noise down here. I don't know what it is. I must have kicked something. Anyway, that was Frank, KB9 Romeo Kilo Kilo in the northwest Mount Juliet. Anybody else north?
K4BWA. Ricky in Portland.
Hey, Ricky, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm throwing out my new call sign tonight.
Yeah, I noticed that because I started to correct it, and I realized, hey, that's not his call. How you doing, Ricky?
Oh yeah, well you're the first one. I wanted to make sure I got on here tonight. I just got it today, so I wanted to put it out there, and you're the first one to get it.
Well, that's great. And you changed it to Bravo Whiskey Alpha, is that correct?
Roger that. Yeah, I was trying to, that other call sign. It just seemed like it would tongue tie you sometimes, so I just wanted something that would kind of roll off the tongue just a little bit better. I'd run those nets, and you call out, put that call out there a whole lot. So that was the purpose, was to find something just a little easier to roll off the tongue, as you would say.
Well, you picked a good one. I mean, Bravo Whiskey Alpha is a great, it's easy to say, it's easy to remember, it's great.
Yeah, I was going after a 1x2 and kept trying, and it just, I mean, I've been trying for a month or so to try to get one of those, and then of course now they went to where you got to pay for the changes, and I was like thinking, and it was getting complicated. I was like, you know what, I'm not even going to try to. I'm just going to find something, and they had a lot of 1x3s available. So I went ahead and picked about 4 of them that I liked, and it seemed like the K4BWA seemed like it was the one that rolled off the tongue just a little bit better.
No, I think it's a good one. I think you nailed it right on the money with an easy call to remember and an easy call to say.
Well, thank you, and I'm hoping that everybody out there will get, like it's anytime you change your call, it will probably throw people off, but I'm sure call changed. It doesn't take long.
No, it doesn't take long at all. Everybody will get used to it, and you'll have people going, "Who is this again?" But that won't last very long. No, it'll be fine. It'll be over a matter of just remember your old call.
Well, yeah, that's right. I was thinking, well, I wonder how many times I'm going to mess up, start my old call and finish out with my new.
Oh, I've done exactly that. Yep, I've done the same thing. Now, back when I changed the call, and I've changed my call once, twice, 3 times, maybe four. But anyway, I've had this one for about 8 years, so everybody knows it, I think.
Well, I like this one, and I think I'm going to try to hang on to it. It's just so hard to try to get a 1x2 or 2. So yeah, I think I'm just going to be happy and stick with this one. Like I said, it seems like it's easy to say and easy to remember.
Yeah, very good. That's going okay.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, let me tell you, Monday night check-ins, of course, that's on the Sumner County Link repeater system. But after that, Philip over in Lebanon, he put up that new Diamond X510 and wanted to try it out. So we decided to jump over onto Simplexton 555 just to try it out as the antenna. Of course, we invited anybody that was listening in to join us, and we 12 check-ins on that pop-up net. So it was a good night.
Oh yeah, very good, very good. Oh, yeah, plus it's generating interest from those that were on the Monday night net to come over to the Thursday night net.
Oh, each other's nets, and everybody gets in there, and that Simplex is really taking off up here in Oregon, and it's getting a lot of support from a lot of your listeners, and I mean we're having a lot of fun with.
Oh yeah, no, it's all fun. It's all fun. And it isn't just the idea that you get a number of how many check-ins you get. That's just part of the fun. The other part is that you can hear so many more people if you're upgrading your system. And the other part is you get to meet a lot more people that are.
Oh yeah, I mean you'd be surprised. I talk to some people that don't do anything but talk Simplex. They just say that's what they do, and they don't get on repeaters at all. So it's a whole nother group of people out there that's and board and talk and everything, and we put those nets out for them, and it just gives them more opportunities.
Oh, absolutely, and it's all good. It's all good. Getting people on the air. If you're not on the air, why be in ham radio? Anyway, anything else for the net there, Rick?
No, that's it. I just wanted to throw that new call out there and say howdy to everybody and 73. And hope you all have a blessed weekend. I don't, well, no, actually, I'll be on the air tomorrow night, 8 o'clock on 147-555. If anybody's listening and want to try to join me. But no, that's it. And 73, and good night.
Very good. That was Rick in Portland, and he does the net on Thursday night, Simplex net, 7555. So go check him out over there. He's got a good signal, good system, and he's got a new call, Kilo 4, Bravo, Whiskey Alpha. And again, Thursday nights, 8 p.m. We send out reminders about that net, by the way. So if you're on the reminder list with the groups.io site, you will find that reminder there on your inbox on Thursdays. 147-555, Thursday night, 8 o'clock. Anybody else north or anywhere?
WB0NOO.
Hello, Mark. Everything going well?
Going well. Spending my days going to the doctor's office. That's what old people do.
Hey. And then I got 3 more appointments in the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, well, I think I'm on the tail end of mine. So I got done. I don't think I've got another one for another couple.
And no, I think I told you my mother lived with me, and at one point, and this was like a year before she even passed on, 12 appointments in 1 month that I had to take her to.
Oh yeah. Well, you did the right thing though.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not begrudging it. I'm just, it's like you get real familiar with doctors as you people who don't don't have health problems. They don't know how lucky they have it.
Yep. Well, the only problem I'm having is most of mine are downtown, and my gosh, it's taking me an hour.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. And again, I go to the VA, and so that's where that is over there by Vanderbilt. So over there.
Oh yeah, same part of town as me, but it's it could be worse. You could be looking up at the roof.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, I just soon stay here for eventually be looking up at their roots, but I'll just soon stay here. Anyway, that's Mark, Whiskey Bravo Zero, November Oscar. He's in Northwest Wilson, National Weather Service. Who else? Anybody else? Any place, anywhere?
Kilo Mike 4 November Yankee.
Hello. That's usually not that late coming in here. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I've tried to get in several times, but that fast run the draw.
Oh yeah, a bunch of quick draws and quick clickers. Is everything going okay for you?
Oh, I guess. We could be. We just do the best we can with what we got, and be happy with it.
You're right. Absolutely. You have to take the good with the bad, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I'm going to let go.
Yes, it is. Appreciate you being in there, Bill. That's Bill in Murfreesboro. Kilo Mike 4, November Yankee. Anywhere? Any place, anywhere. Please come now. Lollygaggers, lurkers, sandbaggers, etc.
KO4TGX will take your lollygagger title.
Very good. If you can, pick up on the digital net when we're finished.
Digital after this?
Yeah, we give it a try. I mentioned it at the front end, but not everybody's checking in with me on the front end, That's okay, though. Yeah, we were going to just jump in, see what we could do with it.
I'll be staying tuned.
All right, sounds good. Anything else for the net, John?
That's it.
Very good. That's Key Tango Golf X-Ray. He's in Mount Juliet in the southeast quadrant. Is there anybody else? Any place, anywhere? Well, then I'm going to jump right out here and move over to wherever we were going. 28415 is where we're going. 20.415 upper side band on 10 meters. Like you needed the reminder that 28415 was in the 10 meter part. But any last chance? Okay, we're going to move over to 28.5 upper side band. K4PEW. I'll be right back.
How many seconds further?
29 check-ins. K4PEW. Thanks, James. All right, it's K4PEW. Say you, Richard? I heard somebody in there talking. I presumed it for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net on wherever we are on 28415. Looking for check-ins from the wherever, from the west. Please come now.
KM4, wow, that's Mike and Belshire.
Mike, everything going okay? You sound good. Sound good. Better than normal. Maybe conditions are good tonight. You are obviously you're on the right antenna.
Oh yeah, back to that.
Very good. That's Michael, KM4YRF. He's in Belshire. Who else is west? All right, we got Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. He's in there from that's Greg from Great Signal. You sound good tonight, Greg. Who else is west? With hold on one second, Jeff. Michael, you copying Jeff? Okay.
Yes, I can understand you, but it's working real well.
Well, he said he had a new desk mic.
Yeah, Jeff, your signal. He's gonna get the other mic back soon, Field. Paul.
All right. Almost sounds like he's low frequency too. You can't. I don't know which is. Yeah, I didn't copy what that was. Do you copy that, Mike?
Yeah, he said he's exactly on frequency. It's just that mic issue, I believe.
Yeah. No, I was. I can't tell which it was. I wouldn't. I presumed it was the mic, but anyway, that was Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. Jeff in west.
KG4 RV, Jack and Donaldson.
Yeah, you sound very good, Jack, tonight. You copying? Did you copy Jeff? Okay.
I could hear him in the back. I couldn't make out what he was saying.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Well, he was a little rough tonight. Really, he's got a microphone problem there. That was Jeff Victor. He's in Donaldson. Who else is west?
Did you get Greg home?
Yeah, I got Greg, KD4CV.
Okay.
Yeah, what were you doing?
I remember that Slovenia thing now. 57DX. It had 2 numbers in this call.
Yeah, I noticed that about the Slovenia guy. You're right.
That guy that caught my eye. Anyway.
All right, very good. Yeah, I'll have to look that up myself. I don't know if it was the same guy. I'll have to look that up. Who else is west? South, please come now. South or east, please come now. Southeast or north, please come now.
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo, kilo.
All right, Frank, got you in there. Frank, you sound real good. Who was the other person? Is anybody copying that station?
It's Danny.
Ah, Danny in Gallatin.
That's the one.
Very good. That was Danny in Gallatin. I can barely copy it, Danny. That's Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. Very good. Yeah, really, really in the background. I could have got it on the headphones, but it's hard. Well, it's a pain in the neck to change headphones the way I've got this set up. So anyway, that was Danny in the Gallatin. Who else is any place anywhere? Anybody north, south, east, or west? Nothing. We're going to be doing the what do you call it? The DMR net next. So I just have to give. But anybody else checking in? Please come now. We got nothing else. All right, we had a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 check-ins. A little weak tonight. Anybody? The last chance for check-ins.
How about visitor check-in? KJ6TYO.
KJ6 is a Tango Yankee Lehman. Is that what I heard?
TYO, Tango Yankee Oscar.
Oh, Oscar. Very good. I misheard that. I'm sorry. What's your first name?
Ron. Romeo Oscar November, and I'm just a little west of Fresno, California, here in the Central Valley.
Oh, man, you're doing great. 10 meters must be open tonight. How are you doing, Ron?
We're doing good. We were just getting ready for our 8 o'clock 10-meter net on 28445, and I thought I'd run through the band and see what it's like, and wow. I thought I'd get in there.
Well, let's do this. Would you mind taking a couple other check-ins if they can hear you for just for to log in? It's in California, right?
That is correct. I'm here in California.
Well, very good. Michael, can you pick up Ron?
Absolutely. Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot in Nashville. Kilo Mike 4 Romeo, and I lost it. Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. All right, Kilo Mike 4. And my call here is Kilo Juliet 6 Tango Yankee Oscar. The name here is Ron. And a friend of mine, Livingston or Cooksville, and he still has the 6 call. So he's got a station up, but he's putting up Hightower or something now. So anyway, I don't know how far away you're from him, but I just thought I'd throw that out there. Okay, good deal. Cookville is not too far. I think it's maybe 90 miles or something. It's not too far. Okay, well, real good, man. Thanks for the contact.
Anybody else who wants to pick up Ron from California to hear him? Anybody else want to pick up a QSO out of California? Tell me now. I think we'll.
Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo. Kilo Bravo 9? Oh, that's correct. And was Romeo Kilo? QSO. All right. So good here. The call here is Kilo Juliet 6 Tango Yankee Oscar. The name here is Ron, Romeo Oscar November, and I'm just a little bit west of Fresno, California, in the Central Valley. My little hometown here is Kerman. So anyway, it's a little dot on the map. Roger. Yeah, we're here in Mount Juliet. Same Paul, the guy running that there earlier, and yeah, I've been out to San Francisco many times for work, and I have family. They were in Upland, more towards the LA area. All righty, well, real good. Good to make the contact. Yeah, same here, Ryan. By the way, you're about 15 over 9 to me here. Yeah, all you guys, I So I rolled up here and I go, wow. And yeah, everybody's got a great signal, 9 over.
Hey, Ron, using tonight, Frank?
I am on an end-fed, my antenna is end-fed 80 through 10.
Yeah, did you catch that, Ron? And both Michael and I, KM4YRF, and me, K4PEW, we're both on the, golly, what the heck's the name of that antenna, Michael?
High gain,
Oh, yeah, the SBT 500 antenna, that big vertical for 10 meters.
oh, okay, all right. Well, I'm just using I think they call it the Antron 99. So, yeah, 10, 11 meter antenna, and boy, it picks up some of the other bands quite well. I also have a beam up, but I'm not tuned for my beam, but I got one of those big old beams that look like a clothesline up in the air, but it's only up about 30 feet maybe. So, anyway, I'm not on it.
Well, your signal's killing us over here in Middle Tennessee, Ron.
All right, good to know. I'll have to rub that into my buddy over Cookville, Livingston area.
Yeah, conditions must be very good. I don't often get to talk to California on 10 meters.
All right. Well, okay. I'll let you guys get back after it, and I'll stand by. This is KJ6TYO, Central California.
Yeah, very good, Ron. Yeah, we're going to close our portion of the net out. In fact, our net is just on YouTube. If you look at my call, K4PEW, you can see the whole net. Yeah, you can just see the whole. What your signal sounds like at the end of this particular segment. So if you take a look on K4PEW and you just go to the, you'll see it. You'll see it in there and on the list of videos. Anyway, K4PEW. I'm closing that. If somebody else wants to pick up Ron, please go ahead.